TheJaseDawg here, and welcome back to another This Week in WWE with TheJaseDawg. That's right. So guys, we're up to episode number 32. That is right. So, if you haven't watched what happened this week, or this past week in WWE, make sure you go and check it out on the WWE Network right now, guys. This one is a little bit late. I know. Don't blow me up in the comments. I know it's a little bit late because I went on holiday for like a week or so, and pretty much I was backed up with wrestling when I got home, and I just hadn't had the time. So much stuff going on. So, I'm doing it right now. In a couple of days, it'll probably be the next episode of This Week in WWE with TheJaseDawg. So, yeah, we've got to get it out before the next one happens, because we can't just skip a week. So let's get right into it, guys. Let's start with Raw. On this week, we started with Raw. So, we had Jericho versus Neville in a rematch. Well, not really a rematch, because both people had lost last week to qualify in that Fatal 4-Way for the Universal Championship match. And Jericho was not in the mood to lose because he lost to Roman Reigns, and I think Neville lost to Owens, and that's why they're having this match, because Jericho screwed Neville over. So what happens was, it was a pretty good match. Come down to the end, Jericho locks in the walls of Jericho, and knees on the back of on Neville's neck / head area, and Neville was like screaming in pain, and he had to tap out. I was like, oh, so brutal, so brutal. And then we had Sami Zayn versus Jinder Mahal. Now, I kind of knew that Jinder was not going to win this one because, you know, Sami needs to win considering he lost to Seth last week. And what happens? He got the win. Got a mad win over Jinder Mahal, so that's what he needs to keep himself on track. Next thing we had was the New Day teaming with Bayley against The Club and Dana Brooke. So it was a mixed tag 3-on-3 match, and it was pretty good. Xavier Woods wasn't in the match, but they were going back and forth, and towards the end Bayley ends up winning the match with a belly to Bayley on Dana and gets a mad win, and it was a pretty good match nonetheless. Then we had Cesaro versus Sheamus in round 2 of their best of 7 matches, or whatever you want to call it, and well, best of 7 series. And Cesaro is now so Sheamus has got 1 point, Cesaro 0. So this one would decide whether Sheamus would be on to 2-0 or it would be 1-all. Now this match was pretty good until Cesaro kind of flipped. Like he ran at Sheamus, got flipped, went back first, well, bottom of the back first into a metal pole, and then Sheamus ended up getting the win by making him tap. So Sheamus is now 2-9. So it's not looking good for Cesaro. It's going to be a pretty big grind. All Sheamus needs is 2 more wins, and he wins this series before it even gets going. Next thing we had was Braun Strowman destroying a luchador wrestler. I think his name was Amazico or Americo or some shit like that. He was really just not suited for this thing. And after the match, you may as well say that Braun ripped his mask off. Or I can't remember if it was during the match, but he did rip his mask off. And yeah, so he kind of dishonored the luchador. Then we had Titus versus Darren. Darren got a mad roll-up win on Titus because Titus was a big shot in himself. And after the match, because Darren won, Titus attacked both Darren and Bob Backlund. Then we had the Universal Championship Fatal 4-Way match. It was Kevin Owens, Big Cass, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. So in this match, it was insane. It turned into an elimination match. Of course, Big Cass was the first to go. I knew he would not last in this match because maybe give him a minor title shot or a tag team title shot, don't just throw him straight at the big title. And considering he's like carving up with Enzo at the moment in the tag division, it's not the best idea for him to just go straight for a huge title. So I'm pretty sure Seth got rid of him. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Seth did get rid of him. And then Roman Reigns and Seth and Kevin were off battling it out. Then out of nowhere, Triple H comes. And he pedigrees Roman on the outside of the ring, throws Roman in, throws Seth in, Seth gets the pin on Roman, Roman's eliminated. So he screwed over Roman Reigns, and then Seth's in the ring like, you know, holy shit, Triple H is back. And then Triple H throws Kevin in. And he gets up and he's holding Kevin, and he's looking like he's going to do the pedigree. And Seth's walking over like, yeah, you know, let me do it. And he turns around, bang, kicks Seth right in the gut, hit him with a pedigree, and then gave the win to Kevin. So Kevin Owens is the new Universal Champion. That's pretty cool. I didn't mind if Kevin or Seth won. I kind of wanted Seth to win, but Triple H screwing Seth over. Maybe we're gonna have, you know, Seth as a heel, as a babyface now. That would be awesome. Like, don't get me wrong, I love him as a heel, but to see him as a babyface by himself would be pretty good, especially against like Kevin and versus like people like Jericho and Triple H and all that goodness. So guys, that was what happened on Raw. Now we're heading into SmackDown Live. That's right. So we started with Miz and Ziggler having a confrontation because Miz was talking about the whole Daniel Bryan disrespect shit, calling him a coward, and Ziggler challenged him to a actual brawl, like not a sanctioned match, or just a fight. Miz was getting ready, and then he ended up just walking off. And later on, we find out that Miz and Ziggler will be facing each other for the Intercontinental Championship at Backlash. So that was pretty cool. That was announced on Smack Talk. Yeah, it was announced on Smack Talk. Daniel Bryan said that match right there, so that was cool. Then we had another we had not a qualifying match, but the quarterfinal match. It was the Hype Bros versus the Board Villains. Hype Bros got a upset win. I did not expect them to win. I was thinking the Board Villains were going to get the win. So Hype Bros move on to the semi-finals. So it turns out we have the Usos versus the American Alpha in the semis, and then you have the Hype Bros and the winner of either Heath and Rhino or the Headbangers, an old team from the Attitude Era, making their return just to have a match, I guess. And then, so the next match after that we had was AJ Styles versus Apollo Crews. Pretty much, of course, you knew that Apollo was not going to get the win. AJ pretty much hit him with a phenomenal forearm, 1, 2, 3, got the win. Then we had the Heath Slater and Rhino versus the Headbangers. Now this match was pretty intense. Like, the Headbangers are actually pretty hardcore motherfuckers. But Heath was kind of getting his ass whooped, and then Rhino pulled him over, tagged himself in, and gored one of the guys and got the win. So Heath and Rhino now move on to the semi-finals to verse the Hype Bros. And I reckon they will beat the Hype Bros and will most likely end up being at Backlash for the vacant SmackDown tag team champions. It will tag team championships. It will be American Alpha, I reckon, versus Heath and Rhino. That should be a good match though. Then we found out that Randy Orton will be versing Bray Wyatt at Backlash in just a normal match because Bray challenged Randy on the show and Randy accepted. So this is going to look pretty cool, this Backlash pay-per-view. I gotta admit, for the first SmackDown pay-per-view, it's got a pretty good card right now. And then also we had a tag team match. It was Becky and Naomi versus Alexa Bliss and Natalia, yeah, and then Nikki was at ringside. So what happened was the match was going pretty good, and then Carmella attacks Nikki and lays her out. Becky's got, I don't know why Becky got distracted, but she did, and then Alexa Bliss rolled her up and got the win. So this six-pack women's championship match for the SmackDown Women's Championship at Backlash is going to look pretty good. And then we had in the main event, it was Dean Ambrose versus... And then in the main event of SmackDown, we had Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin in a one-on-one match, and of course you knew Corbin was not going to win, but AJ Styles was there ringside. Corbin got hit with a dirty... No, Corbin did win. He won by DQ, that's right, because AJ went for a kick on Dean, but Dean ducked and it hit Corbin, so Corbin won by DQ. And then Corbin got hit with a... what do you call it? He got hit with the dirty deeds, and then AJ was going for the long little forearm. Dean pushed his leg, and AJ landed on the rope, and he was hanging up there for a while. And apparently after the show, he was there for even longer. So, sucks to be AJ. That would have hurt. Right on the Jesus zipper is what he said on Smack Talks. And then we head into NXT. It was Ty Dillinger versus Murphy. Now, this one, of course, you knew that Murphy was going to lose regardless because I think Ty beat Blake last week. So, of course, exactly what happened. Ty got the win, much needed win, and it was pretty good for Ty because he's on a roll. Then we had the Revival attack Tommaso Ciampa because Johnny Gargano is out injured at the moment. So, they pretty much attacked Ciampa and laid him out multiple times. And then we had in the main event, it was Liv Morgan versus Leah. Both really good up-and-coming women in the NXT roster, and of course Liv Morgan is one of my favourites at the moment in NXT, and Liv got the mad win, which is what she needs to do, and it's what they need to do to keep her pushing up to the top of the NXT Championship area for the women's division. Guys, that's what happened in this week in WWE with the TheJaseDawg. So I hope you all enjoyed it, guys. If you did, make sure to hit that like button hard, guys. Not too fucking hard. Don't break your computers. Make sure to hit the subscribe button to join the Dark Squad and spread the word of the TheJaseDawg to everybody you know. Make sure if you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, the links are in the description down below, guys, so go and check that out. And let me know what your favourite match was in this week in WWE. And yeah, it should be a couple of days until I do the next This Week in WWE, because then I'll be up to date. So guys, as always, stay awesome. The TheJaseDawg is out of here. See ya.